Wholeness and harmonious vibrations. I'm Divine Lady Nina Herzog. Please excuse me. I haven't did a YouTube live in some time, so just trying to get adjusted with how they want the phone set up, whether it's landscape or portrait. Nevertheless, I'm here to talk to you today about the four levels of consciousness, the research of Michael Bernard Beckwith of Agape, and the four levels of consciousness. And, this is just information for you to take a look at yourself and see where exactly you stand in your consciousness at this moment. So, the first level of consciousness is victim consciousness. That's the consciousness where you feel like things are being done to you, things are happening to you. You don't know why they're happening to you, but things are happening to you, and you don't feel like you don't understand how these things keep happening to you. Um, that's the first level. And please keep in mind that none of these levels, there's no such thing as right or wrong. So there's nothing wrong. We all have divine free will, and you can stand wherever you want to stand, you know. But as you raise your consciousness and your awareness, you will move up through the levels of consciousness. So the first level of consciousness is victim consciousness, and things are happening to me. Things are happening to me. Excuse me one moment. Mm. I knew something was there. I wasn't quite sure when it was coming, but I didn't want to do it right in the camera. So my apologies. Please excuse me for having to sneeze there for that moment. So the first level of consciousness is victim consciousness. And as you raise your consciousness, you're going to move from things are happening to me, and you're going to move up. So you're going to move from victim, and as you move up, you'll be moving to victorious. So the second level of consciousness is things are happening by me. We all know someone that feels like, oh, nothing gets done unless I'm doing it. They feel like things can't get done unless they're doing it around them, the things that they want to see happen. But you've moved from victim consciousness, so now you're at the other side of the polarity, and you're doing everything. You're like running around with a chicken with your head cut off. You got about 5 jobs, still don't got no money in the bank. You just feel like everything it needs to be done by you. The third level, as you move up through the levels of consciousness, is things are happening through me. So now you've switched gears, and you recognize the divine presence moving through you, through your consciousness, and you're surrendering. You're in that stage where you're beginning to surrender to the divine, to the will of the divine, and you recognize that there is a higher power, God, source, I am, mighty I am presence, the whatever name you've given, that higher state of your being that moves through you, that is the source of your goddessship, the source of your sovereignty, the source of your royalty, that source which makes you royal on this planet. Okay, so fourth is as me, God showing up as me, and we're doing this together. Okay, God showing up as me. That's that divine presence that lives within us all. It's showing up as me now because I begin to surrender more and more. I'm constantly surrendering to the will of the Most High God. I'm like, you know what? I don't know anything. I don't know anything, and I don't know what anyone needs. That's what you're saying. And you're asking the divine, the Holy Spirit, the I am God, Goddess, I am presence to show up as you. Use me as a vessel and show up as me. My apologies. That was my alarm for my next meeting of the morning. So I just wanted to drop by and talk with you a little bit. Here about the four levels of consciousness, based on the study of Michael Bernard Beckwith of Agape Life. So thank you so much for joining me here. And as always, I love you with my whole soul. And I'll see you next time here at Divine Lady Nin Hersag on YouTube.